guys, so thought I could do a video today about getting your horse to bridle a little bit easier, stopping them from throwing their head up. With Koda, I don't use treats that much because she's kind of overweight and I don't want to add any more weight to her, especially since treats are really high in like sugar and stuff. So I'm going to work on getting her to bridle easier without treats. So I don't have a lot about that, but I'm using snaffle, mylar snaffle, so it doesn't break as much as a regular snaffle. It has roller in the middle. Have a get down rope on it, so I just throw it around her neck and still have it tied from last time I rode. But just gonna work on walking up to her with the bridle since she doesn't really like that anyway. She does this. It might work for a little bit. Ask her to trot a little bit. And I'm in the round pen. I don't have a halter on her. I don't like doing it with the halter just because there's a lot of stuff in the way. But Koda's the first horse I ever trained. Haven't ridden her in the bit a lot. I've been using mechanical hack more. Regular snaffle she doesn't really like, so I never really rode her in a bit, but I found mylar bit and got a head stall for it to fit her. So since it fits her, I'm gonna start using it more. She's been ridden in a bit about 20 times the entire time I've had her. So she's still a little bit not all about the bit. She throws her head up. But I just threw my reins and my loop over her. All my horses, I teach them to lower their head by putting my arm over top. I add a little bit of nose pressure too, kind of just bring her down. She's like, I know what you're up to. Just getting them to lower their head, soften up. And so I'm just gonna ask her to soften up, get her head down so where my arm fits more over top of her head, and then release and let her sit there, and then do it again. There you go, good girl. I'm just going to do that a bunch, get her used to me doing that first step of bridling, throwing your arm over them. Because this is pretty much ideal where you want their head. I like to teach them to go as low as I possibly can, so eventually I can bridle them on my knees. Just a little bit added, a little bit farther than most people would go, but it's just kind of a cool little trick and just makes them that much gentler to it. This see already she's relaxing, putting her head down when I'm not. I don't have my arm on her. One more time. Oh, hello, can I get you to go? I'm going to reward her for keeping her head down. Because the lower their head, the more relaxed usually. Obviously, when they're about to buck, most of them put their head down, but you can tell the difference between when they're tense and lowering their head for bucking and or trying to get away, and when they're just relaxed. Ask her to lower her head some more. And every time you bridle, just do this. And yeah, it might take you 15 to 30 minutes to do it, but it's better to take the time now than later down the road when you can't get a bit in their mouth. Now I'm gonna act like and just put her nose. When she throws her head up, I'm gonna ask her to go down until I can put her nose in without her throwing her head up, just like that. It's just a lot of baby steps and it takes a lot of time, but it's worth it in the end to do this. If they raise their head up and you can't keep it down, just go back to step one. And petting their face helps. Just get them calm down a little bit more. And not only do you want them to keep it down when you go in, but when you come out, so that they don't throw their head when you're unbridling either. Like, oh, okay. That's them releasing like their light bulb moments. Just like figuring stuff out, thinking, releasing tension. sweet girl. Just gonna walk her around a little bit just to let her move a little bit. I'm just gonna open her mouth and try to keep her head down. Keep her calm. Just open her mouth. I'm sorry. Open her mouth and then release. Good girl. She's just releasing. Really thinking and figuring out that if she keeps her head down, it's easy. She's gonna put that down. Just a little bit more. She's like, oh, where's the bit? What are you doing down there? Huh. Yeah. Just gonna give her a big release right now since she's really thinking it through and figuring it out. Yeah. That's what we like. Really catching flies on that big tongue of yours, Koda. Come on. My phone's wanting to stop recording. Anyway. So you can see how she's already a lot calmer than when we started. Nose, back button and bridle. Open her mouth. Put the bit in. Put her ears. We're just gonna go like that. Make sure everything fits right. And then that was real gentle. She has been trying to throw her head up, trying to spit that bit out before I take it out. So her staying level-headed was really nice. Especially since I'm short and she's like 15 hands. Mm.